Hello. The first video of Jason's, of Archaic's channel, that I was introduced to had the title Loki Laughed at Me. And that sort of stuck in my mind. And so the title of this video is I Laughed at Loki. And I'm talking low key here. Regardless of whether there is a mythological being or whatever. Anyway, we get to the point of it. I just got, in one of the messenger groups I'm in, I just got sent a sort of deathbed confession of I think he's an FBI agent, a real Men in Black, and you get the story of how he was a loner, no family or anything, perfect to sort of be reprogrammed and the like. And then able to carry out certain operations as like a real life Men in Black. And then he cites about various things that are introduced, advances in technology and exchange, your abductions, and then you've got your classic Area 51, Roswell, crashed aircraft and abducted children and what happens in underground bases, blah, 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 blah. Now, consider this. A lot of these things that are stated in this would seem to be true, like male sperm count going down, fluoride in the water, things sprayed into the air, which adds credence to it. Hold on. And yeah, now, depending on how you assess that information, you may think it's absolutely true, you may think it's a load of horseshit, or somewhere in the middle. But straight away it creates a divide and conquer in humanity. But let's go a little bit deeper into this, and I do mean deeper, internally. If you're listening to something like that, as that information is being heard, and if it's visual, if it's being displayed, how do you feel? What feelings are coming up inside you? Because that thing that you're listening to or watching isn't actually doing anything. It's like a suggested script. But the feelings from that information you assess and process inside yourself, you now generate those feelings inside yourself. So how do you feel? Did you react to it? Have you responded to it? Likewise, any video channel, including this one, I might irritate the F out of you. You may think I'm absolutely crazy. I really don't care. Who's making you watch or listen to me speak? No one's, as far as I know, no one's holding a gun to your head and saying, you must watch this. It's your choice whether you watch, whether you listen, or whether you don't. If you really don't like it, don't watch it. If it's coming up in notifications, it's because you subscribed. Well, unsubscribe. It's that simple. So getting back to a more serious point now with this. You've listened to something and it's generated particular feelings inside you. You've created those feelings inside yourself. Now consider what those feelings, what impact is it having on your physical body from those thoughts you now have and those feelings, because everything's sort of passed across from the conscious to the subconscious, and then that frequency of those feelings is now sort of moving around the body with the arteries and the veins. It's a sort of internalized message that's now become chemical inside yourself, because if you're presented with a certain script or information and you're feeling fearful, probably your adrenaline level has gone up slightly. So it's causing a chemical imbalance. So on a biological level to the physical body, it's having an effect that you have generated inside yourself. But of course, it doesn't stop there. We are like magnets. This is something Ginger Stone put in a comment. It's something I sort of missed in my comparison between a human and a tree. The actual apple were like the toroidal fields. So if this is like your Aries point, and the thoughts are coming out, they're externalized. That's why an atomic bomb looks like a brain. It's the outward loss of energy. But of course it then comes back in on itself. Just like time is cyclical. Just like when talking in terms of karma, it goes out and comes back like a boomerang at various speeds, depending on what it is, of course. But it'll all come back. So consider what that energy is doing when it is going out, when it is being radiated out, because you may feel fearful from it and react to it and start sharing it. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Look what they're doing to us, and all this sort of thing. But then you're spreading it. It's spread via us. But now consider, that's just one of you. Now collectively, what does that mixture of thoughts and feelings and emotions that have come up from anything that you've heard or listened to, what is that doing as well? So I take a sort of fairly neutral stance on it. I've listened to it, and some things would appear to be true. Some things I don't know. And most of it I can't actually verify personally, for all sorts of reasons. Some of it would be because they're classed as official secrets, so I wouldn't be able to verify that part of things anyway. So I'm left with really taking responsibility of the thoughts inside myself, and to weigh up not only what those feelings are going to do to this physical body, but the energy that I then radiate out. How is that going to have an effect, or what effect is that going to have on the external? And from what I share, from the information I have taken in and processed, what energy am I radiating out from that, even if I don't say anything? Or if I share it to 50, 60 people, and maybe they then share it. Law of averages would come into this, that some won't, some will, because it's all subjective. Ultimately, it is all subjective, because you weigh it up inside yourself. It's personal responsibility with what's